Arlington County is completely unique. It fits an entire century of housing evolution into a tight footprint of just 26 square miles. You can walk down a single street and pass a carefully preserved 1920 Sears kit home, then cross the block to find a brand new luxury condo tower. To see how that diversity impacts home maintenance, we map it out on this quadrant chart. We are plotting the age of construction along the bottom against housing density on the vertical axis. When we drop in the specific neighborhoods, the spread is massive. You have historic areas like Lyon Village occupying the older single-family zone, while Clarendon stretches all the way into new, high-density high-rises. Because of this massive architectural variety, applying a blanket approach to home maintenance here simply does not work. When it comes to the chimney, relying on generic advice creates actual physical risk. The dilemma for Arlington homeowners is a problem of assumed safety. People either apply modern, hands-off logic to a 100-year-old structure, or they assume their brand-new gas system handles itself. In a dense urban environment, those assumptions carry a heavy penalty. Property lines are exceptionally tight, and structures share walls or sit just feet apart. A localized chimney fire or a partial structural collapse doesn't stay confined to one address. The risk spills directly onto the adjacent properties. Protecting your asset means finding those hidden points of failure before a small spark or a cracked flue turns into an escalating emergency. You have to discard the assumptions and map your maintenance strategy directly to the specific era of your home. We can break down these specific neighborhood risks using this decision tree, starting right here with your exact Arlington home type. Let's follow the first path: historic and mid-century masonry. This covers the brick homes built between the 1920s and 1950s. If you own one of these properties, you likely have an original brick chimney. The masons built them to be incredibly durable, but they have absorbed a century of rain, snow, and freeze-thaw cycles. Thermal expansion slowly grinds away the original mortar joints and cracks the internal flue liners. For mid-century homes, burning wood regularly sends extreme heat up clay tile liners that are over 70 years old. This accelerates thermal cracking and creates pockets where dangerous creosote builds up thick. The trade-off is straightforward. You keep the unparalleled historic aesthetic of the neighborhood, but you absorb the responsibility of active, ongoing mortar and flue remediation. For owners of these older properties, postponing maintenance doesn't hit pause on the degradation. It guarantees eventual structural failure. Now, let's look at the modern footprint. This decision tree highlights our second path: condo and townhome gas systems. This applies if you use a sealed gas fireplace in a newer development, like those around Clarendon or the recent builds in Ballston. These systems skip the wood-burning creosote, but they develop invisible vulnerabilities. Vent pipes corrode from the inside, factory seals fail, and animals nest in termination caps. Many owners assume their homeowners association handles all of this exterior maintenance automatically. In reality, HOAs often write their bylaws with extreme ambiguity. The association might cover the exterior cap, leaving the individual homeowner entirely liable for the internal flue and the unit's mechanical seals. Modern gas systems offer excellent daily convenience, but ignoring them creates a dangerous false sense of security, where mechanical failures go completely unnoticed until they leak. That brings us to our final category on the decision tree: the cosmetic renovation. This applies across all neighborhoods. This happens when a buyer extensively updates the interior finishes of an older home, but leaves the original exterior masonry chimney intact. During a major flip, heavy vibrations from demolition rattle the entire structure. That energy travels through the brickwork, frequently shifting old flashing and shaking loose mortar in the hidden flue connections. You get an incredible visual return on investment inside the living room, but that fresh drywall often hides neglected, unsafe functional infrastructure right behind it. Bringing in a professional for a post-renovation inspection is a necessary step to confirm the cosmetic updates didn't compromise the fire safety of the house. A beautiful interior renovation remains functionally incomplete until you validate the unseen chimney system attached to it. Whether you live in a historic bungalow, a sealed condo, or a freshly flipped colonial, the highest leverage action you can take is establishing a structural baseline. The tool for this is a Level 2 video inspection. A technician runs a specialized camera straight up the inside of the flue. Booking this inspection gives you concrete visual proof. As we see in this diagnostic blueprint, you get a clear look at the exact condition of liners, mortar joints, and internal seals, whether they are pristine or heavily degraded. It costs a modest upfront fee and takes about an hour, but it completely eliminates the guesswork. You no longer have to hope the structure is safe. In a high-value real estate market like Arlington, obtaining that indisputable visual proof is the only reliable defense you have against catastrophic surprise repair bills. Securing that baseline brings up the Arlington tax. Being located right across the Potomac from Washington, D.C., means many home service companies automatically inflate their prices based entirely on your zip code. To see the financial return of avoiding that tax, we can look at this comparison matrix mapping standard local competitors against A&T Chimney Sweeps. Most competitors will charge a base rate for cleaning and then hit you with an extra line item adding $150 to $250 specifically to run the Level 2 camera inspection. A&T Chimney Sweeps uses a different model. They charge a flat $139 rate for the cleaning, and the Level 2 video inspection is included at no extra charge. They apply this rate equally across all Arlington zip codes. To capture that pricing, you have to trade away procrastination. By mid-October, the fall rush hits, and every chimney company books out for weeks. You have to schedule proactively in the spring or summer. Identify the era of your property, secure that Level 2 video inspection to validate the structure, and use flat rate pricing to bypass the zip code surcharges and protect your home.